0 to 10 million, the 5 key principles of being a successful real estate agent. So let's talk about this. Over 23 years, I've watched thousands of agents succeed and thousands of agents fail in this business. And by studying those, we come down to 5 key things that if you do these things, you increase your chances of success by 8 times what the average realtor does. So instead of becoming part of the 85% that fail, you become part of the 15% that actually succeed. And more importantly, if you actually do these things, you become part of the 5% of agents that are actually doing 95% of the business that is in the industry today. So let's get into this. Here's the first thing. And this may be one of the most important, especially if you're a newer agent starting this process. Watch. Number 1. Pick 2 forms of lead generation. 2 things. That's it. We are told so many times that just throw a bunch of stuff against the wall and see what sticks, see what works for you. The challenge with that is that we don't give it time to really get good at what we're doing, which means that it's going to fail inherently from the beginning, and it's going to be a challenge for us to succeed. Most agents do too many things. They do it for too little time, and it doesn't work. If you will pick 2 forms of lead generation, and you will do those and commit to just doing those for the next 6 months. Yes, I said 6 months, because if you do that, you're going to have the consistency. You're going to have what's called time on task to be able to increase your skill levels, increase your knowledge, and make sure that you have the systems in place to actually make that form of lead generation work for you. Now, there's another piece of that too. It's got to be the right form of lead generation that's specifically for you, but we'll go over that in another video. But here's how you decide also what to. You need one form of lead generation that is a 90-day or less form of lead generation for your return. What that means is that form of lead generation needs to be something that you are getting in front of, ready to go. And when I say ready to go, 30, 60, 90-day buyers and sellers. If you don't have that form of lead generation, it may take too long for you to actually see results and get checks and cash in your pocket. The second one is a 90-day plus form of lead generation. These are usually sphere of influences, things like that. By the way, the 90-day or less, open houses, door knocking, calling expireds and FSBOs, things like that, where they are ready to go 30, 60, 90-day buyers and sellers. 90-day plus, that means that it's something that you have to nurture. It's going to take time for that. So when you pick both of those things, one of each of those things, what you're going to find is you're going to put checks and cash in your pocket within 90 days, but you're going to also build yourself up where you have recurring revenue beyond that, and that's huge. So let's get into number 2. Oh boy, watch this one. Ready? Plan your calendar. If it is not on your calendar, guys, it doesn't exist and you won't end up doing it. Put the things on your calendar. So what do you put on your calendar? If you're a new agent, let me give you the 5 pieces that you want to do. 1, 30 minutes of practice a day. 30 minutes on your calendar, at least 5 days a week, to get better at your scripts, your dialogues, your presentations, things like that. Number 2, 30 minutes of knowledge. Building and increasing your knowledge in your area. What are the stats? What are the homes that are available? What do specific neighborhoods look like? What's the absorption rates? Things like that. Number 3, and this is funny one, you're going to laugh, 30 minutes of exercise, 30 minutes where you're just walking around the block, getting and clearing your mind so that you are ready to go and that your brain is as sharp as you want to be as well. The 4th thing, DPA, dollar productive activity. You've got to schedule your time that you're going to make your calls. You're going to do your follow-ups. You're going to reach out and do new and inbound lead generation where you're generating new buyers and sellers. If that's not on your calendar and it's not sacred time, guys, you're going to find something else to get in the way of doing it and you won't do it. Number 5, a time to review what you did for the day and record what you do. Stats, look at what you're doing. Look at the things that are working, the things that aren't working, the things that you need to practice on as well. All right, let's get into number 3. The 3-foot rule. Oh, so many times we go through life and we get into something new, and especially this happens in real estate, where you feel bad about telling people what you're doing. That means you become an undercover agent. If anybody's within 3 feet of you, they need to know that you're in real estate, that they are there, that you are there to help them, that you know what you're doing. How do you do that? Do you have a name tag? Is it on the correct side? By the way, that's your right chest, not your left chest, okay? Right chest for the name tag. Why? Because people shake hands with their right hand, and that's what they're looking at automatically as you meet people as well. A shirt, something that says, ask me about real estate. A hat, something that says what you do. Whatever it is. And the biggest piece, your mouth. Are you having questions and having conversations about real estate? If anybody's within 3 feet of you, they should know that you are a realtor, that you're a real estate professional, and that you're there to help them buy or sell real estate, period, right? All right. Number 4 in this process as well. I know. Everybody's got one, right? The challenge is nobody uses it. A CRM, one that is simple and that you'll use. You only need 3 campaigns: a buyer campaign, a seller campaign, and a sphere of influence or past client campaign. If you will set those up so that they are a year long, yes, I said a year long, 20 to 30 touches in those, whether it's emails, text messages, phone calls. By the way, the phone call piece is the most important part, and the one thing that you will find that will give you the most return on your time. That's building relationships. It's having a real estate conversation with people, and that is the critical piece of your business that you're in. But if you will actually schedule 30 minutes a day for 2 weeks, that's it, 30 minutes. Don't go beyond that, because you'll get bored. You'll go to something else. You'll think you're not doing something. 30 minutes a day for the next 2 weeks to set up a buyer campaign, a seller campaign, and a sphere of influence and past client campaign. That's it. Most of the CRMs out there will have downloadable things that you can use. As a matter of fact, if you're in the Rockstar Agent platform, you'll have downloadable opportunities as well, so that you can do those and put those in any CRM that you want to. And who knows, maybe there's a link down there where you can add the Rockstar Agent CRM to it as well. But if you'll set that for 30 minutes a day for the next 2 weeks, by the end of 2 weeks, you're going to have those things set up, and that's critical to your business. Most agents don't do it, and then you can forget it. All you're doing is putting the tags: buyer, seller, sphere of influence, past client. Remember, those two go together, right? Because they're basically the same thing. And you drop that person into that campaign, and now it's automatically following up for you on a consistent basis. People don't raise their hand until you have touched them an average of 7 times. If you're using an 8x8 campaign, then you're going to be able to take over neighborhoods. Again, all of those things are taught as well. You can find information here. You can find information on this channel. You can find information in the Rockstar Agent platform, as well as turnkey solutions for you to do that. But take 30 minutes a day, put those into your CRM. Forget it, because all you got to do is one time. All right, final thing. Guys, this may be the most important piece. Who do you surround yourself with? You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, period. End of discussion, not even a discussion. If you are hanging out with turkeys, you're going to be the 6th turkey. If you're hanging out with eagles, they will bring you up and you'll be the 6th eagle that's flying. Be very careful who is in your brain, who has part of your mind. And guys, that includes what you're doing on social media. If you get into discussions that are negative and about how that are going to distract you from what you're doing, you're going to fall victim to that mentality as well. It doesn't fail. Why do you think the news sells all of the stuff that they do? Because it's clickbait. It's things to get you distracted from what's really important in your life. The 5 people that you spend the most time with, and I challenge you to look at the 5 people that are around you now, because you're the average of their income. You're the average of their mindset and their mental outlook. You're the average of the health that they're doing as well. You're the average in the political spectrum of who they are as well. Everything about you is the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you want to upgrade a part of your life, upgrade the people that are around you. Proximity is huge. If you're not around the right people and you're around the wrong people, they're not going to want to see you grow. If you want to be successful in real estate, you're going to have to change who you are. The only way and the easiest way to change who you are is to change the people that you are around. Look back on the days that you are the most unhappy and look at the people that are around you. They were the same way. They fed off of you. You fed off of them. Look at the days that you were the most happy and successful. Look at the people. That is the difference in who those two groups are. And it's a night and day difference. Upgrade your people and you'll upgrade your life, period. End of discussion. All right, guys, that's it. 2 things to master. Huge. Plan your calendar. Stick to it. If it's not on the calendar, it doesn't exist. 3-foot rule. Don't become a ninja real estate agent. Don't become somebody that nobody knows what you're doing. If you owned a restaurant, would you tell people? Of course, every time you were there. What's the difference in real estate? There isn't one, except for some reason we have a mindset shift on that, right? Number 4, CRM. Make sure you got the right CRM. Make sure you use the CRM 30 minutes a day. Schedule those things for just 2 weeks and it'll be done. You forget about it. 5 people. Look at your 5 people that you're with. Figure out who is where, who is doing, who is who you want to be, and you find those people, surround yourself with them, and you get to become that as well. All right, guys, huge pieces. These will take you from 0 to 10 million, well beyond that as well. All right, you're a Rockstar agent. Go get them, implement these today, watch what happens over time as you consistently do and change your life. Go get them.